All right, hold on a second. I gotta fix this. Oh, selfie stick. There we go. Oh, I didn't know going live was like portrait mode. Guys, I did this whole thing once and I was in horizontal mode, so kind of a practice mode, I guess. That's ridiculous. Okay, well, hey, that was a practice run. Let's do it again. All right, so I was just about to record a couple more reviews today, and I just thought people might kind of enjoy seeing my setup and what I'm doing. I don't know. I don't know if you care. I care. I like when Kevin did it from Left EDC. He had a kind of a neat one, so that made me want to do it too. So let's see. Can I even get comments on here? I don't know. Anyways, I'm on my phone, so it's going to be hard to sort of respond if I do. But anyways, here's the studio. So this is kind of the view you guys see, as I sit down and I start, kind of chatting away. The problem is I don't know if I can actually. Oh, I can. I can reverse the camera too. Perfect. So this is the view you're used to seeing, sort of. I sit, I talk, blah blah blah, background. So here's what you don't see. I'm gonna flip the camera. Yoink. There we go. So in my room, when I shoot, I actually have three lights. Now I never have my window open. The window's always closed because it's a different light temperature that comes in. So it can make you look purple. Like if you use outdoor lighting and indoor lighting at the same time, it can really mess with your lighting. So I have my two soft boxes here. They're pretty cheap on Amazon. I have an LED panel it's one of the lights we use in my actual work, my job. And I use that just to kind of, fill in which is kind of called the key line, just to sort of make me stand out from the background a little bit. And then I've got my camera, my trusty camera. And so this is where it's sitting. I wonder if we can do this. Oh, look at this. You're going to see me in focus. So I sit here, I talk to the camera, but I'm also watching on this monitor just to make sure that I look okay. The hair is important. I use a wired clip-on Rode microphone that you may or may not see. Sorry guys, I don't focus. It's kind of tricky here. But I have this clipped onto my jean jacket. So and sometimes I'm able to hide the cable, other times I'm not. And then this is actually just the stand that I use to shoot with. It's just like a boom stand for audio. And then when I do the intros, it stands like this. And then I can just I can't do it one-handed, but I can turn this, the top half leans over and extends. And then I just lean it out over the table. And that's where I do my breakdowns. Ethan, do I work in film ads? Sort of. I'm a partner in a production agency, so I handle the video side of the company. So I do all the shooting, the editing, the animation, and stuff. There's three partners. So that's why I kind of have a lot of this gear sort of lying around. Obviously, that's not something we use, but it's fun. When I'm doing this stuff, I'm kind of doing it the same way I would do a professional job, which is why it's a little easier for me to go through the effort. It was important for me to get a stand for the camera so that it doesn't move if I ever bang the table or anything. And that's what's nice about this guy is that, let's see if I can do this without screwing anything up. So watch. Yeah, okay. So let's try this. So that's what happens is that when I want to shoot an overhead, and then that way it stays off the table. This was really tricky. So then once I light myself up with these, and it's a pretty flat, dull light, but then I can kind of adjust the lighting after. Then there's the background. And one of the little things I do is I have this little work light, and I put this red gel on it so that here's without, and then here's with. It's a subtle thing, but it just adds a little kind of shade of red to it, which I like. These are actually in my background lamps. All of these lamps they're like called hue lights. So I set them all to a pink before I shoot. So it tends to show up a little nicer in the background. Sometimes I'll forget. You'll actually see the video is a little more boring, like a little white. I hate when I forget to set those up. And then just background wise. So this is also my office. Like this is where I work. Oh, and the jean jacket. So I actually get in and out of that so much when I'm doing reviews that I decided to just put a hook in the office itself. So then it's there. I can just grab it when I want to go. This is probably a side of the room you don't see very often. So these are all games I had as a kid. I mean, none of them are my actual games as a kid. I ended up having to buy them all. But I had them when I was a kid. I just never kept them. And then, of course, I love records. I've actually produced a few albums. Here's one of my albums up here. And that's actually something that's not a lot of people realize, but my theme song at the end is actually from my album, from one of my albums, which I think I might make a video about. And then, yeah, just some fun kind of, 80s stuff. This was one of my favorites to find because I had that. Man, I love this thing. I used to stare at those lights all the time. I think that's what sort of started my fascination with disco lights. And then you could make all these noises and stuff. I won't do it now. It's super annoying. And yeah, I think that's it. Here, I'm going to switch the camera back around so you can see my face. Yeah, and that's kind of it. I've actually, oh, the only other thing I'll show is I just picked this up over Christmas because I think I'm going to start making music again. I haven't for a little bit. I mean, I've always had like the mixer and the speakers and stuff just for, editing and whatnot, but I didn't have any instruments for a while. So I think that's going to be something new. Yeah, so I think that's kind of it. I'm going to be doing some reviews today, a couple at least. One of them I'm going to be doing is on the Quaver, which I'm sure some of you have seen other reviewers doing. I haven't watched any of them yet. I mean, they're all friends who are doing them, but I just haven't watched any of them because I don't want to be influenced by it. But that'll be today's review, I think. And like I said, I'm thinking about doing one about one of the sort of the origins of my theme song. So, I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, that was kind of it. Just wanted to give you guys a quick little tour. Like I said, I like when Kevin did it on Lefty EDC. I always found those kind of fun. If anybody has any questions, let me know. Or I'm going to probably end this quick. I don't want to take up a lot of people's time. So if no questions, I will I'll let everybody get back to their wonderful Saturday. But hey, thanks for even showing up. I didn't think anybody would show up. I just thought this was a cool way to sort of record something. So, all right, guys. Well, see you online.